Hi and welcome back to KDP. In this video today I will be showing you how to upload a low content notebook to Amazon KDP. If that's something you're interested in seeing, stay tuned. So this video is a continuation of the previous video that I put up about how to create your cover and interior pages for your Amazon KDP book. In that video, I showed you how to create your cover using Canva and how to get your interior pages from tangent templates. So if you're unfamiliar with tangent templates, I do talk about it a little bit more in that other video, so I will link that one here. But in this video, I'm going to show you a different part in the tangent templates software that allows you to list your books. And disclaimer, this is not sponsored. However, I do have a Canva Pro free 30-day trial link in the description if you choose to use it. So without further ado, let's get started. So here's the cover that I created in the last video. This is going to be for a dot grid notebook with 200 sheets. And here are the interior pages that I downloaded from Tangent Templates. So now we're going to head over to Amazon and I will show you how to upload your low content book. So here we are in the KDP bookshelf, that's what it's called. And the bookshelf is where all of the books that you have published will be, and you're able to manage them, so to speak. So I'm pretty sure if you already have an Amazon account, you know, like a regular Amazon account where you order stuff from Amazon, you can just log in to the KDP site using that same email and password that you have for Amazon. And you too can start creating low content. So once you get logged in into KDP, if you have some books already that you have published, you'll see them right here. But if you are new to publishing, you would click on Create, and then it asks, what would you like to create? You can create a Kindle ebook, paperback, hardcover, series page, or a Kindle Vella. So in this video, I will create a paperback. So once you click on this, there's 3 different tabs at the top. The first one will be the paperback details. The second would be the paperback content. And the third would be paperback rights and pricing. And again, you do not have to use tangent templates to do this part of listing your book. But if you have tangent templates, you can use it. If you have some other software that you use, you can use that too. Or you can just go through here and just type whatever you need. So since I've already published a dot grid notebook before, I'm actually just going to go to that listing on Amazon and copy and paste into here. So if you aren't using tangent templates or some other software where you can import your information, you would just go through the different sections and insert your information. So your language, your book title, subtitle, series, if it's a series, edition number, that's optional, author, contributor, your description, publishing rights, your keywords, categories, and whether or not it's adult content. You will click Save and Continue, go to the next tab, and do the same thing. But again, for this video, I'm going to use tangent templates. If you have tangent templates, once you log in, there's a spot that says Listing Helper. So with this, it's really beneficial if you're doing multiple copies of like a similar book. So that way you don't have to type in each time you're doing a new listing in KDP. You can just import this information using the Tangent Templates Chrome extension. And so you can kind of set it up once, save the listing, and then once you go over to KDP, you can click on List Helper in the browser and the extension will connect with Tangent Templates and automatically import your information. Now, if this sounds confusing to you, it'll be clearer once I actually do it. I kind of wanted to explain what it does first before I went into it. So this is going to be a little bit easier for me because I already have published a dot grid notebook. So I'm just going to go to that listing on Amazon and copy and paste that information to create a new listing in the listing helper on Tangent Templates. So once you have your description, you go down to your keywords. And with the keywords, you just want to pretty much put, what you think somebody will input into the search bar in order to find your notebook or whatever you are listing. So I'm going to put a few keywords in and I'll be back. So as far as the keywords, you're going to put ones that are pertaining to whatever notebook or journal or what have you that you are uploading. So I just put a couple things in here just to have something there. And so then you would move to the author part. So you can use your real first and last name, or you can use like a pen name or something like that. And so after you put your author name, there are more options. So if this was a part of a series or an edition, you would put that information right in here. Then there's the categories. So if you click on select category 1, it will pull up the category. So kind of a disclaimer for the keywords, I'm just putting these ones in just to have some keywords in there. I'm not saying that these are the best or greatest ones to use for your listing. So hopefully, since I logged back into the website, hopefully the category button will work this time. Okay, yep, so it did. So typically I just use this category browser and basically just click through the different categories until you get down to the actual category that you're going to pick for your listing. So I'm just going to pick the categories and then I will be back. So if you made it this far through the video, hit the like button, and I have a question for you. If you are a low content Amazon KDP publisher, let me know down in the comments below for like a notebook or something like that. What do you guys put as your categories? I mean, I guess maybe if this was more like geared toward a certain type of topic, then I'd probably be able to like better pick the category. But I just feel like the categories are like hard for just a notebook with dot grid pages or with line pages. But let me know down in the comments below if you are an Amazon, KDP, low content book publisher, what categories do you put? And again, disclaimer for the categories as well as for those keywords. I'm just putting in anything for the sake of the video just to show you how to do it. So once you put in all your information, you're going to hit save. So once that's saved, you click on your listings, or you don't have to. But as you can see, this one right here is the one that we just created. So once you have that created, you're going to go to the KDP page where you can do your listing. And again, if you are not using tangent templates, you're just going to fill in your information, fill in whatever they are requesting here for you. But if you do have tangent templates or you are using tangent templates, you will need to be using Chrome in order to use that Chrome extension. Okay, so once you've activated the tangent templates extension, it brings up that list helper that we were just in. So if you click the drop down, you can select from any of your listings and it'll automatically import into the Amazon listing page. So sometimes the most recent one doesn't show up at the top, and if that happens, just click refresh saved listings, and when I click the drop down, the one that we just created in tangent templates should be there at the top. Yep, so here it is, dot grid notebook. So if you click on that, so this right here is doing it itself, picking the categories. I am not doing that. And once that does all that, as you can see, it's already put in my title, it's put in the author name, the description, the keywords, the categories. And now this is a pretty recent thing that the KDP site has put. Now it asks, underneath categories, it asks, does your book classify as any of these types? Choose all that apply. Low content book, for example, journals, notebooks, and planners. And then it also has here, what's a low content book if you were kind of unsure if what you were putting up is considered low content. And they say low content books have minimal or no content on the interior pages. Pages are generally repetitive and designed to be filled in by the user. Low content books have different ISBN and distribution options. Check this box to see the correct options in setup. And so that obviously a dot grid notebook with just grid pages throughout the whole thing, that is most definitely a low content book, so I will check that box. And it also asks if your book is a large print book. So it says the content is 16-point font size or greater, and then again, if you hover over this, it'll explain what a large print book is. So I will not check that because it's not a large print book. And then again with the adult content, no, there's no adult content. And you hit save and continue. So now, since the KDP site is asking whether or not your book is considered low content, you now do not have to publish with an ISBN. Before, Amazon KDP would give you a free ISBN, or you can choose to use their free ISBN. But now with the low content books, there is no ISBN. So I'm just going to keep publish without an ISBN because, again, it's low content book and it doesn't require that number. Publication date, I just leave this blank all the time. And now we are at the print options. The default options selected below are based on the most common selections. And so anytime you hover over any of these, you can get a little bit more description of, what they're talking about. There are 4 different options that KDP offers. And I'm specifically talking about the paperback books as of right now. And so there is black and white interior with cream paper. So that means the text itself is black and white and the paper is a cream color. They also have black and white interior. So that's the text again with white paper, this is what I always use. I have not created a cream paper book as of yet, but who knows, maybe I will one day. They also have standard color interior with white paper and then premium color interior with white paper. So if you click on any one of these, it'll show you an example of what they're talking about and a little bit more description of the print option. So I'm just going to click on each one of these real quick. So the black and white interior with cream paper. So see, the paper is cream and it says black and white interior with cream paper is typical for fiction and memoirs. The paper weight is 55 pounds. The black and white interior with white paper, it says it's typical for nonfiction, and the paper weight again is 55 pounds or 90 grams per square meter. Standard color interior with white paper. It is the most affordable option, suitable for most books with color, not recommended for books with full page color elements. Paperweight, again, 55 pounds, 90 grams per square meter, and the page count range is 72 to 600 pages. And the maximum trim height is 11 inches. And so, as you can see here, like if you're doing a color interior, the minimum is 72 pages. So you just want to keep that in mind. And it's also not recommended for books with full color elements. And then premium color interior with white paper. So that offers crisp, vibrant colors for illustrations, graphics, and images. Says it's recommended for books with full page color elements. And this paperweight is a little bit heavier. It's 60 pounds, 90 grams per square meter. And so now we get down to the trim size. And so 6x9 is already selected. If you were going with a different size, you would just click select a different size. And then it'll show you the most popular trim sizes, some more standard ones, non-standard ones, and then you can also pick your own dimensions for your trim size. Bleed settings. What are bleed settings? So setting your interior to bleed allows printing at or off the edge of a page. It is used to support images and illustrations. Most books use no bleed unless there's a specific reason to apply bleed. Changing the bleed settings will not change the manufacturing costs. And so for this dot grid notebook, there's no, for the interior pages, there's no bleed. There's nothing going off the edge of the pages. So I'm just going to keep no bleed selected. Paperback cover finish. So you have 2 options. You have matte or glossy. And again, you can click here to like learn more about the covers themselves, you know, how thick they are, or what have you. And most of my books, I think all of them, but most of them are matte. I don't think I've done a glossy one. I don't know. I don't like things that are gloss. But I don't know. Maybe one day. So, manuscript. So now we're getting to the fun part. Well, the whole thing's fun, but this is the part now where you're going to upload your manuscript. So it says upload a manuscript of your book interior content. So these are the pages themselves within the book. And you upload the manuscript and the book cover separately. So it says for best results, we recommend using a formatted PDF file to create your book. You can also upload, and there's several other options that you can upload. So you're just going to click on upload paperback manuscript. Click open. So it's going to take a moment to upload. So it said the save was successful. Sometimes it just takes a moment, see, for it to pop up right there. So now we are going to go to the book cover, and it says we recommend a book cover for a good reader experience. You can create a cover using our cover creator tool or upload your own book cover. I think I tried to use this cover creator before and I just didn't really like how it looked. So I don't think I've ever used it. I think I only tried it once and maybe twice, and I did not go back. I don't really like it, but that's just me. If you want to use the cover creator, that is perfectly fine. Or you can upload a cover that you already have, print ready, PDF only. So I'm going to click on that. And then it'll allow you to click upload your cover file. Click open. So again, that's going to take a moment or so to upload. So after you've uploaded your book cover and your manuscript, the last step on this page is to launch the previewer. So here is the preview. And so you can see I have the cover here, and they put the barcode in there for me because my file did not have a barcode, so they put one in there for me. Just gonna click this arrow right here to check the interior pages. And this, it should be good, because it's going to be the same pages. And so once that looks good to you, just hit approve. Alrighty. And once you, let me change this back to black and white interior with white paper. Okay, I'm just making sure everything is good. That's why it helps to check. So since this all looks good, I'm gonna hit save and continue. And I don't know if you guys saw it, before it switched to this next page right here, down at the bottom, it was saying that the printing cost was like $15. And I think it's because it was left on color printing. And so now when it gets to this page, it says we found an issue on an earlier page of your title setup. Please go back, review your information, and save in order to continue. So that's what I will do. So now we're at the paperback rights and pricing tab. So under territories, it says select the territories for which you hold distribution rights, and you can click on this if you want to know more about distribution rights. But all territories are selected. and so I'm just gonna keep that there. Primary marketplace, you will choose a location where you expect the majority of your book sales, and since I live in the United States, that is going to be where most of my sales are going to come from. And as you can see here, there are different marketplaces that you can pick depending on where you live. So pricing, royalty, and distribution, it says enter the list price you'd like to sell your book for. Your book will be distributed in the marketplaces listed. You also have the option to make your book available to bookstores and other distributors, reaching readers beyond Amazon. But yeah, I mean, if there's anybody who has done the expanded distribution with any of their low content books, let me know down in the comments. So since my primary marketplace is Amazon.com, this is the one that's at the top for me. And so here you can put in your list price, and it shows you what the minimum price is and the maximum price. And this is the minimum list price is calculated based on your book's printing costs. It ensures that your royalties earned are always enough to cover the cost of your print book. So the cost to print the book, I think it's at $3.25. So obviously it would have to be priced higher than that in order to cover the printing costs, and to also ensure that you get royalties from the sale of each book, which that's the purpose of uploading the books, is to, make some type of profit off of the sale of each one. And so as you type in a price here, it's going to show you the printing costs, your royalty rate, and then the amount in dollars that you will receive with each sale of your book. So I'm going to put in a price, and then I'll show you what the breakdown is of the printing and the royalty. So say I want to sell this book for $6.99. So $6.99 US dollars. Again, it's the $3.25 to print. You will get a 60% royalty off of the difference, the list price minus the printing. 60% of that gives you your royalty, which would be 94 cents. So you would get 94 cents per book that you sold. So for this book, I will probably, let me see what I did the other one for. The other one was $6.99, and it was bigger, and it had less pages, so that's probably why the cost is a little bit different. But I'm going to put $7.99 for the price of the book. And then as you can see now, with the sale of each one, I would get $1.54. So I'm going to leave the list price at $7.99 US dollars. And so it'll also show like the following list prices in the other marketplaces as well. So you can see here in the UK, in France, how much it would cost for those customers. And then so the terms and conditions says that it can take up to 72 hours for your book to be available for purchase on Amazon. And then you can hit publish. But before I do that, I just want to show you can request printed proofs of this book that you can order from Amazon, obviously. And when the book status changes to live, you can order author copies. And so usually what I do is, because it doesn't charge you to put the listing up here, I usually just wait. Like if I want to see the book in print, I usually just wait for it to go live and then just like order author copies just to, see how it looks. But you can also just request a printed proof of the book as well. you know, if you want to order it beforehand, before it goes live, if you want to order one just to double check and make sure that it is good. And since all of the information is put in and it looks good, we are going to hit publish your paperback book. And it'll just take a moment to do that. So after you hit publish your paperback book, you will see that it takes you back to your bookshelf and it shows the most recent book up at the top. And it says it is in review, obviously, and it's going to take, you know, up to 72 hours. Sometimes it takes less time than that. Sometimes it takes longer. Or sometimes they may email you and, you know, tell you have to change something. And then you would change it and then they would review it. And, you know, once it's all set, it would say in review, it would change to live. And then, you know, you can go through here and order the author copies if you wish. So if you found this video helpful, hit the like button and consider subscribing. If you need more clarification on Amazon KDP, Tangent Templates, or Canva and want to see more detailed videos about any of those, also let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching.